Dogs and cats are adorable creatures. However, they really should not be moved into cities. They are living beings that love being home and being near you, so when they live in apartments, they will become depressed, constantly looking for ways to escape the hell that is their home. Animal welfare advocates, veterinarians, and pet owners have different opinions about dogs and cats being bred in apartments. Some people claim pets are fine to have babies in apartments, but others are very against it. In reality, breeding dogs and cats in apartments can harm the animals, their owners, and the community. In this video, we'll examine 10 reasons why you shouldn't breed dogs and cats in your apartments. Number 10. Limited space. Apartments don't have much space, so animals that need to roam, to move around, and exercise shouldn't live there. Raising dogs and cats in small apartments can cause several physical and mental health problems, such as obesity, behavior problems, and anxiety. Also, ensuring that pregnant or nursing animals have a good place to live in such a small space might be hard. So, it's best for everyone if animals don't have babies in apartments. Even though it might be tempting to breed or raise animals in an apartment, it's significant to consider the animal's physical and mental health and how it might affect your neighbors and the building. Pet owners need to know what is best for their animal's health, happiness, and safety regarding where they live. What are some creative ways that you have found to give their animals exercise and mental stimulation in places like apartments? Number 9. Pollution. It is possible for there to be an excessive amount of noise if dogs and cats are bred in apartments, which can be bothersome to the other inhabitants. Animals tend to yowl, chirp, and produce other sounds, particularly when they are in heat or when young animals, such as pups or kittens, are nearby. This may cause other tenants' peace to be disturbed, which may result in confrontations and complaints to the administration of the building. It is critical to show consideration for the interest of the apartment complex's other inhabitants and refrain from breeding animals. Breeding animals in apartments can also risk the animal's health and safety. It can be hard to keep a litter of puppy or kittens safe and clean in a small space, and there may be few resources for veterinary care or emergencies. What kinds of help and resources are there for you who are having trouble finding good places for your animals to live? Number 8. Lack of outdoor space. Most apartments do not have outdoor space, which is vital for animals to obtain plenty of fresh air, exercise, and mingle with other animals. Raising dogs and cats in such an environment can lead to boredom and dissatisfaction, which can drive the animals to develop behavior difficulties and engage in destructive behavior. It is essential to provide pets with access to outdoor space, such as parks or yards. However, this may not always be possible in a living situation, such as an apartment. Pet owners can look in other ways to ensure their pets get the exercise and stimulation they need, such as setting up regular walks or signing up for doggy daycare or other socialization programs. How can apartment dwellers ensure their pets get the necessary exercise and mental stimulation? Hygiene issues. Animals bred in flats can cause various hygienic problems, including unpleasant smells, excess hair, and waste. In a limited amount of area, it can be easy to prevent a living environment that is both clean and healthy for humans and animals. Plus, rearing animals in such an environment may increase the danger of disease transmission and pollution, which can be a health problem for all of the area's residents. This can cause stress and problems with the behavior. Before deciding to keep animals in apartments, pet owners should think about these things because it's hard to keep animals in apartments. What are some tips and steps that you can take to ensure their pets live in a healthy and happy place? Number 6. Financial burden. The process of animal breeding can be expensive, and it cannot be easy to keep track of the costs involved in an apartment environment. While considering whether or not to breed animals, it is critical to include in the expenditures of the essentials like food, veterinary care, immunizations, grooming, and other upkeep. Plus, unaccepted costs such as those associated with an emergency or difficulties encountered throughout the breeding process can be financially taxing. Also, there may be costs involved with getting breeding stock and setting up a good environment for breeding. Breeding can also take up a lot of time and require much work and care to ensure the animals are healthy and well cared for. Even though animal breeding can be expensive and hard, it can be a rewarding experience for pet parents who care deeply about the health and happiness of animals. Breeding allows people to make healthy, happy animals that others can enjoy. It also keeps animal populations healthy and diverse. Have you considered the possible risks and costs of breeding your pet? And are you ready to be responsible for the animals and their offspring during the breeding process? Number 5. Time commitment. While living in a confined space like an apartment, the substantial time commitment required for animal breeding might take time to juggle. It is crucial to offer proper care and attention to animals, especially during the breeding process, which may be stressful and difficult for both the animals and the humans. In addition, it is important to socialize with animals and give them cerebral stimulation, both of which might be challenging to accomplish in a tiny apartment. Even though there are problems, it is possible to breed animals in an apartment with the right care, planning, and attention. This can be a satisfying and rewarding experience for pet owners who care deeply about the care and welfare of animals. Have you considered the rules and laws about breeding animals in your area and how hard it might be to socialize and care for animals in a small apartment? Number 4. Legal and ethical issues. It is possible to run afoul of the law and ethical standards if you breed animals in your flat, especially if you abuse, neglect, or abandon them. When it comes to breeding animals, it is necessary to adhere to the ethical standards and the laws and regulations in place. In addition, breeding the animals should always be done responsibly and with the protection of the animal's welfare as the utmost concern. Ethical breeding also involves carefully choosing breeding stocks based on health, temperament, and genetic diversity to make healthy, well-adjusted children. Before you decide to breed your pets, you have to consider the ethical issues that come with it, such as making sure the animals are happy and healthy and choosing the right animals to breed. Number 3. Neighborhood complaints. Your neighbors may protest if you breed animals in your flat, which can lead to stressful confrontations and tension. Neighbors may hold varying viewpoints regarding the breeding of animals, and some of them may be particularly sensitive to the issues including noise, scents, and other factors. Therefore, it is important to consider how breeding animals may affect one's neighbors and take all the necessary steps to minimize the disruption. Also, breeding animals needs a lot of space, resources, and the time to ensure they are healthy, which can be challenging in a flat. Given these possible problems, what other ways can you still enjoy the benefits of having a pet without the extra responsibilities and problems that come with breeding animals in an apartment? Number 2. Lack of support. It can be difficult to breed animals in apartments, particularly if one needs the assistance of knowledgeable breeders, veterinarians, or other specialists. Obtaining guidance and advice from reputable sources and having a support system, such as other breeders or animal rescue organizations, is crucial. It is also important to seek direction and advice from reliable sources. What are the most important things for you to consider before breeding animals? How can someone ensure that they have all the resources, care, and attention they need to keep the animals healthy during breeding? Number 1. Alternative options. Other options are available besides breeding animals in flats, such as fostering animals or adopting animals from animal shelters or rescue organizations. These are both viable choices. Animals that require a temporary or permanent home can be provided with one through the process of fostering or adopting animals, which also helps reduce the number of unwanted animals and improves the animal welfare. In addition, those passionate about animals may find that participating in these activities offer them a satisfying and gratifying opportunity. Another benefit of fostering or adopting is giving animals with special needs extra care and attention. Whether it's an older pet who needs a quiet place to live, a pet with special needs who needs more attention, or a shy animal who needs to meet new people, there are many ways to help animals. Lastly, if you foster or adopt an animal, you can join a large group of animal lovers and advocates who share information, tips, and support. Have you ever thought about fostering or adopting an animal? If so, what kinds of animals would you like to take care of? Breeding dogs and cats in apartments can harm the animals, their owners, and the whole neighborhood. Breeding pets in apartments is not an ethical or responsible thing to do because they don't have enough room to live and don't get enough exercise. This makes them more likely to get sick and have behavioral problems. As pet owners, we must ensure our pets get the care, attention, and environment that they need to do well. Having pets breed in apartments is often not the best place for this. It is important to realize that breeding pets require a lot of knowledge, resources, and time, which may not be possible in an apartment. Also, there are too many pets in many places, and shelters kill thousands of animals each year because they don't have enough homes for them. Pets breeding in apartments only worsen this problem because there is not enough space or money to care for more animals. Being a responsible pet owner means giving our pets a good environment, food, exercise, socialization, and veterinarian care. Dogs and cats can be bred in apartments because they don't meet these requirements. It is also not a responsible or ethical thing to do. Before deciding to breed pets in an apartment, it is important to consider how it will affect the animals and the neighborhood. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, click the like and bell buttons. Give your answers and feedback in the comments section. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.